Well, like they say, timing is everything, and mine clearly was bad this week. I came down here by myself to the Lower Gunnison to try to scope it out for a family trip next weekend. We have 70-mile-an-hour winds going on around us due to a front passing through, and the river coming out of the North Fork's way too off color, so that means that's going to be out. I don't know if I could keep a cast on the water anyway, so what I'm going to do probably is go all the way over to the bank of the Black Canyon Fork and see if there's enough protection down there to throw a few flies in the water. At least the water will be clear over there. We'll see what happens. Okay, I've rigged up. We're at the base of the parking lot, at the base of the Black Canyon section. A number of cars here. I'm surprised. Unfortunately, we also have a downstream wind here, which is going to make it very, very difficult to fish along this bank, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if we can get a little look at the water. The flows down here aren't bad on this side at all. Yeah, the water's in good shape. It's great. Don't know how heavily this has been fished, but I suspect by some. Let's see if we can pick up a brown or two along here. Start out with a little gold stimulator on top and about a number 18 little black beadhead stone below it, and see what happens. Well, I have to get a picture of it anyway. That's the first trout of the year, about 80 feet long. You made me happy too, and I'm going to make you happy by letting you go. Trying to re-rig, and this wind is nasty. I'm almost blown over every time I try to stop. Here's another one that went about 3 feet out of the water. He's not a big fish again. I quit taking pictures of little ones, but the fishing's been good. This is a nice, good foot, maybe 14. Let's get him closer. This calls for a picture. It's a rainbow. Maybe about 14. Since I spent about 3 hours working my way up this shallow section of the water, it was blowing 50 to 60 miles an hour at least. I probably had 100 strikes and missed 90% of them, but it was fun casting anyway. Between the color of the water here and where we were on the Black Canyon Fork, it's really ugly. But I'm going to go up to where there's a shallow water place, and if we get lucky, we might be able to get something out on the water and have fish be able to see it. But it's really not attractive right now. That's the best fish of the day. Maybe a good 16 or 17. He's not fat, but he's hungry, and that's good. Re-rigging the wind up like this was an exercise in futility and took all kinds of patience and a lot of time. You can see the fish coming up all through this area. They're driven to the bank because of the high water, and I haven't landed a lot of big ones, but it's been fascinating fishing. It's nothing I've ever done in my life before. This up, but there are fish rising everywhere. They're trying to find something on which to feed. Oh, missed another one. But this one being released. Yeah, they're not big, but they're feisty. Let's see what this one looks like. Maybe I'll try a streamer on the way down, but it's too easy. It's nuts. I probably have. And that's what the wind sounded like all afternoon. It was bizarre. In theory, we had 70-mile-an-hour gusts going through this canyon. The fishing, however, was extraordinary and strange along the bank. The fish were all clustered along the shore, and I had all kinds of success, though none of them were really, really large. It was fun. About 3 hours the next morning, fishing the same stretch. It wasn't quite as good. Fish were spread out. Really no hatches going on. There were a few caddis coming off the bank, and not much sign of a yellow Sally, and the big stones were not out either. So we'll try this again next week because it was a good trip.